What's up, YouTube? Mike here from Techno GI, and today I wanted to do a quick review and first look of the Zagg Slimbook for the iPad Pro. As you can see, no, this is not a iPad Air and iPad Pro, even though it looks like it. It is in fact a keyboard case for the iPad Pro. I gotta say, so far, I like this thing quite a bit. It's very similar in design to the Zagg Slimbook for the iPad Air 2, which I did a review of, which I loved but I hated because you can see, this is why I love these, by the way. On the iPad Air 2, these little slots, I don't know if you can see, hopefully this zooms in, but there's two little slots here on the bottom of this, which goes into the magnetic, I don't know what you call it here, slot again, I guess. But on the iPad Air 2, these were very thin and brittle, and they actually broke after about a month. So it's too early to tell if these will do the same thing, but they did beef this up. It is thicker than it is on the iPad Air 2, just by virtue of this is heavier, and it's got to counterbalance it. But again, I ordered this on the Zagg website. It's $139, and I love the keyboard. Let me set this aside. And of course, the only downfall is this is Bluetooth as opposed to using the smart connector on the iPad. If they were able to accomplish that, this keyboard would be awesome. But it's made out of aluminum, it feels like, on the front, and then plastic on the back. And they advertise a 2-year battery life. And typing on this is awesome. I've been using it. I mean, it feels like I'm on a computer. I find myself reaching for a mouse because it mimics a computer keyboard. I have the, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I have the Logitech Create keyboard, which is a good keyboard, but the bad thing is you can't detach it. So you've always got the keyboard, which I hate, and you only get one viewing angle. Whereas with this, you get quite a few. Let me show you. I mean, essentially, you get the same viewing angles you would get with a laptop. There we go. So, and it's pretty, this is about as far as it'll go. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's pretty darn stable. The keyboard bottom itself is kind of heavy because it's got to be able to counteract the weight of the iPad Pro. So it is surprisingly heavy, but not a big deal. Like I said, you got multiple viewing angles, whereas with Apple's own keyboard and the Logitech Create, you're about stuck about here, and that's it. Whereas this, you've got more viewing angles, which I love. Like I said, the best part about this is it detaches, which I like. And it uses magnets, which are pretty darn strong. As you can see, I mean, no issues whatsoever. And also, this is backlit. I don't know how well it'll show up, but you've got variable levels of brightness. You just use the function key, and that's as bright as it gets. But along with the colors, you got multiple choices. So you got quite a few, as you can see. The red looks cool, and I like the blue. Looks pretty cool. And you can of course turn it off. But I mean, it's a full-size keyboard. Now, I've got fairly large hands, and I mean, this to me is a full-size laptop keyboard. And I like having the extra here on the base to rest your palms. Like I said, it's so good that I find myself reaching for a mouse pad. So if they ever add mouse support to this, or if they get a jailbreak for the latest iOS so I can just jailbreak it and add mouse support myself, I'm definitely going to do it, just because it just adds so much more versatility and functionality to the iPad Pro. And it's a fairly slim package, as you can see. I mean, it's about the size of a new MacBook Pro Retina or a iPad Air. So pretty darn awesome. No complaints whatsoever. Highly recommend it, but like I said, this is only my initial review. I've only had it for a day. So the only thing I'm concerned about is this hinge as far as the slots here, because on my iPad Air 2, these ended up wearing out. So one good thing about Zagg is they have wonderful customer service. So if it does wear out, they'll send you another one right out. But the point is, you shouldn't have to. So I'm hoping the durability on this is better than it is on the one that they made for the actual iPad Air 2, or I wish they would come out with the rugged book variety, is which I ultimately used for my iPad Air and never had any issues. It was very robust, very rugged. So if they had that option for the iPad Pro, I would definitely buy it. I don't know if they will come with that option or not, but my favorite part again is to be able to detach this, which I hate that about other keyboards, is where you're stuck with this at all times, and it's kind of heavy and bulky. But if I just want to watch a video or draw, I can just detach it and I got it, and it's so much lighter. And I do like how minimalistic the back cover is. It just, obviously this is not going to give you drop protection, but it will prevent getting scratches and, you know, normal dings, normal wear and tear. But like I said, so far I'm very much liking this keyboard. Like I said, it's $139, where the Apple version is like $170, and Logitech Create is about $150. So this is the cheapest of the bunch, and to be honest with you, so far, durability aside, I think this is the best of the bunch. The best typing experience for sure, backlit, and it just gives you a professional kind of pro feel. So it makes the iPad Pro feel like a pro tablet, to be honest with you. And of course you got access to all your ports, speakers and everything, just like you normally would. So as long as this hinge holds out as far as the slots, then this will definitely be a win. So if you want to see my full long-term review as far as the durability test, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And in probably about a month, 2 months, I'll give it a good run and see how the slots are holding up, if they're starting to wear or not. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed, please do so. Thanks.